Hello, my name is Jessie, and this is my island dream address. I uploaded this island a little over a year ago, and this is still the same island that I'm on, but it doesn't look like this anymore. And coming up soon, I was hoping to upload a new dream, and I really didn't want to lose this, so I'm on someone else's Switch right now, visiting my own dream, and I'd like to show you around. So currently, this island was decorated off of Darnassus from World of Warcraft. And if you are familiar with the game, you probably recognize the island bridge situation going on in the center. These are the villagers that I had at the time. Currently, I still have Marshall, Hugh, and Rolled. But everyone else has been replaced at one point. Even this like side character that I had, I've removed this by now. So yeah, everyone has been replaced with new people. Not necessarily better, but new. So yeah, here we go. I tried to create a lot of one-to-one like recreations of stuff from Darnassus. So this is the entryway. And then this is the Warriors Enclave, I believe, if I remember. And yeah, this is like where the spirit healer would be. I wish I could kind of like rotate, but it has little gravestones, a moon well, obviously, just some flowers around, kind of create that little vibe. And then over here, there are always just a bunch of partiers. I don't know what they're doing. They're just like eating and snacking, and I don't know. So this was my little area to party with the other night elves, I guess. This is my actual character. She's a Blather's little lackey. So that's me in another world. And then let's see. This is just kind of like a random area, and you can have a little picnic, I guess. Now this table over here is practically like a one-to-one recreation of what they have in game. Because this is the Warriors Enclave, there are like target dummies, basically, my scarecrows. And then I also included those swords. I have another target dummy. And then over here I have some targets. This is a code I had uploaded in case anyone would like to use it. But yeah, so we're doing some archery over here. And then I included, in case you wanted it, like a ladder and a vaulting pole, but you really don't need them. It's not necessary. So this is kind of over here the like iconic bridge area. This is like where you accept your quests. The mailbox is over here. The bank is here. There's also like a giant carved bear in the in like this formation. Obviously I don't have that, so I put this bear, and I think he fits perfectly. Over here is where like the flight masters would be. So these are like hippogriffs in game. So these ducks are gonna fly us all over the place. Who needs Orville and Wilbur? This purple hyacinth is kind of representing the big portal area that you would use to travel back to, I want to call it Rethrin Village, basically when you're on your way back to Darkshore. And this is also almost like a one-to-one recreation of this area, down to that frog. If you're in game and you want to follow along back in old Darnassus, there are some frogs jumping into the water right over there. One thing that was really fun about this island, this was the first time I had ever had so much water, which is cool, but it was also kind of a struggle sometimes. I think in Warcraft the fact that you can fly makes it a lot better. Let's see, this is where I like to look for stars at night. And when I uploaded this stream, there were some stars going on, so I've already seen a couple go by, but yeah, this is just like a nice little chill area. There are a lot of like towers and formations in Darnassus. That's kind of what that little Stonehenge is representing. And actually, let me check to make sure. Yeah, so right before I uploaded this, one of my favorite villagers that I had just left my island, Tucker. And it was really emotional for me. I really like Tucker, but he has that Stonehenge in his house, and that is actually the one that he left me in the Dropbox when he left. So up here is where the Temple of the Moon is. So in game, there's like a giant statue. I'm gonna try to make sure I put that photo in here. But there's like a giant night elf, I'm assuming Toronto, holding water. And I wanted to make a fountain and kind of like put water around the statue like it is in the game, but it just was not looking right. So this is what I came up with, and I have it as my museum. So there are plenty of museum tours at this point. It's not really that exciting to have a full museum, but I do have a full museum. It's probably not full in this tour, actually. I'm not sure. Like in the dream, it might be, but it is full now. Let's see here. I'll go this way. So over here we have the fishing trainer, which is really iconic for me. I love the way like the little pier sticks out, and I'm pretty sure this was a pattern on the ground that I found for like oak, like doors, like sliding barn doors or something. But yeah, this is the fishing trainer in game, and I really like a lot of the fishing equipment and stuff, so I just kind of threw some of that over there. One thing I feel like I should mention too is that I know in Warcraft basically every flower in Darnassus is like pink or red, but I did not want to throw away all my hybrids, so I just kind of lived with it. And it was helpful. I spent a lot of time breeding those, so here they are. On this side, I believe it is the Tradesman's Terrace. So we have, it's pretty much where I put a lot of my villagers. I like to think of them as like little salesmen. This is Dom's house. Don't have Dom anymore. Very sad. But so I put like little vendors. You can buy some plants over here. You can buy, trinkets and stuff over there. Man, there was something that I guess didn't make it into the dream, and I'm kind of bummed about that. But I had a vendor that sold armor right over in this area. But I guess he's gone. It's okay, we didn't need him anyway. Obviously, we get our gear off of the bosses. Don't need them. Oh, that's funny. Looking at this little rolled over here, I only just replaced that door plate like 2 days ago. And I've had him for well over a year. Oh, it's right here. Oh, thank goodness. Never mind. We can still buy armor from that Tanuki. It's a good time. So basically I put all my shops over here, and I thought that made sense for Tradesman's Terrace. I have no idea what patterns most of these were, which kind of bums me out. I would love to be able to shout them out. I don't remember what they were. Honestly, there are so many patterns nowadays too. These were from a long time ago, so it's probably not even that hard to find, but I'll look for them. If I can find them, I'll put them in the description. So this is the Craftsman's Terrace. So I put a lot of like the Animal Crossing kind of spin on it, where it's like if you're working on your professions in WoW, that sounds like crafting. So I put like my rocks over here, flowers that obviously I tend to, or Matilda tends to. She's killing it over here. Some crafting. I don't know what it's called, looming, knitting, sewing, I don't know. Making cloth gear, obviously. And this is Rolled. I still have Rolled. He's a gem. Aww, I love him. But even down to like little stuff, like in game, I found a barrel with a thing of fruit next to it, so I put a barrel with a thing of fruit next to it. Stuff like that. I have all my fruits. Over here is where I would keep my turnips when the time came. It should have like the exact amount of spaces that I would need. I don't know. I forget, but this was my little turnip area, and this is where I kept them all safe. Let's see. Down here, there's some other stuff. Most of my beaches are pretty bare. There wasn't really any good ideas that I had over there. But yeah, so this right here is where you buy your Nightsaber mount. And yeah, so this little gnome is going to sell you one of these tigers. Your bobbleheads, by the way. I forget that sometimes. Over in this area, there were a bunch of just these, like, they were tree trunks that were kind of cut, and there were, like, vendors and people just standing around on top. And there wasn't really a lot of consistency as to what was being shown up here. So, yeah, there were a lot of these, like, little kind of wooden towers in the game, wooden arches. Some of them had, like, plants. There was a chest that I saw, so I used this from the pirate set, and yeah, it's really fun seeing my villagers come up here, actually. I like it. And then really random, I had no idea this existed in Warcraft, but like, I was flying over here to check out while I was decorating my island, and there were a bunch of random horses running around. So I incorporated them, and we have these little ride-ons. And this over here with my campsite is actually where the Worgen are in-game. And I thought that was kind of fitting. The Worgen area is pretty much the only area I can recall that is so blue, which is awesome. And it has this like water area that goes around, and I thought the campsite really fit for that because, you know, the Worgen are refugees in Darnassus. So think about the villagers that would come and visit for a while and then take off. Now my house, I'm just gonna say I'm 100% sure it has nothing to do with World of Warcraft. So let's look at it real quick, see what I have. But I'm pretty dang positive it has nothing to do with that. But I was really proud of my house decorations, if I remember. Yes, this is beautiful. So this is my little butterfly exhibit. And my big flex at the time was all of my, I don't even know if I can see them. Can I go into like a photo mode and look? Alright, there we go. So I had a lot of villager portraits. And I still do. Pretty much every villager that has been on my island, I have a portrait of, except for like the very first few, because I didn't know about portraits at the time. Let's see. I believe this is my bedroom over here. Yeah, I didn't know about portraits, so I let people like Renee and Tank go, and I had no idea. Yeah, this is my room. My little cozy office area. I think it's pretty cool, pretty cute. I like it. And then I made a like kitchen. I'm pretty sure I have 2 kitchens and no bathrooms, just because I was inspired by kitchen ideas. This one is the Krusty Krab from SpongeBob. Obviously someone, probably Squidward, burnt a Krabby Patty. So that's what that is. I kind of tried to, this is like, they always had these like barrels that were, or like, I guess they were steering wheels? I'm trying to remember, like ship steering wheel? I don't know, that they sat at, but this was pretty inspired by SpongeBob SquarePants. I enjoyed it. And then my other kitchen is over here. And it should be a diner. Yeah, buddy. I have seen a lot of diners, obviously, and Lacrosse is full of diners. This cream set is the first one that I was actually able to complete, unfortunately, which is like probably the most boring colored one, but I like it. And yeah, I have a bunch of like KK records kind of up there to match how the diners by me seem to be decorated. They always have a bunch of like autographed pictures of musicians and actors and stuff from back in the day. I'm pretty sure my basement I am, you know, kind of over. It should, yeah, it's just like basically me storing all the mermaid furniture that I made. When this update came out, the mermaid furniture had just come out, so I was really excited about it and crafted it all, but I didn't have a place to put it. So, you know, there you go. There you have it. We are mermaids. And then the upstairs is probably the room I'm most proud of that I've ever made in Animal Crossing. It's a comic book store. Yay! So we have VR over here. We have the Switch, and if I recall, this room was super freaking loud. So hopefully it's okay. I think I adjusted it, picked a different song. I don't know, but I'm not going to spend too much time in here. Obviously there's like D&D going on over here, stuff like that. We're hanging. We're having a good time at the comic book store. The alternate house on my island for the other player character is actually a museum with all of the fake art. Whoa! I'm scared myself. So it's a museum with all the fake art, so you can go and look at it if you want. It is a full set. So yeah, it's all there. In my museum, I think the only art piece that I'm missing during this upload is the Mother Lady statue, but I have since earned it. So this is kind of a random area. It didn't really like match areas in Darnassus, but just kind of a little area that I would catch Maple like reading at sometimes. I wanted more stuff that the villagers could interact with. Hey Meringue, sup girl? I don't look familiar. My heart breaks. We were friends. Alright. She doesn't remember me. But that's okay. Yeah, I just had some items over here to decorate with and interact with, but nothing too insane. This is the house that is the fake art museum. But let's see. I believe that is my whole island. All the things. All the things. But I was really proud of it. I think like this was the first area right here that I like finished. But I loved it. I liked the bushes and the pot and the table. This was all very similar to what I remember in game, which was really fun for me. And I don't really play the Alliance. I've played Warcraft since it came out, basically, and I was like 10 years old. But, yeah, I don't really play the Alliance. And Darnassus was destroyed, like, just recently before this was created. And I wanted to create a little homage to it. I was trying to think of a good city in WoW that would make a good Animal Crossing thing. And a little good Animal Crossing island, and I think this was the one that I landed on. Thought it just made the most sense for how this game worked. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun decorating this island. The current one that I've been working on is for Nightmare Before Christmas, and I have all the holiday worlds on it, and yeah, it's really fun. And Marshall and Rold and Hugh are there as well. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure this account doesn't have a lot of emotes. Yay! Alright, well, anyway, come, I'll put my dream address in the description, and it'll at least be up for a little bit, and if not, it will be the new island of Nightmare Before Christmas. Either way, it's going to be something fun. Alright, goodbye.